Hello and welcome to another episode of the Convention Creative.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, Merry
Probably
Christmas.
more important than that. Who cares about those two? How are you? How did you spend your Christmas?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. We are currently hungover and tired and not paying attention to any online presence. So, yeah. But we thought that if you're as hungover as us, then maybe you might want to listen to us ramble about judging people and their bad choices during partying and things, you know, because, very much that.
Shall we get into it? Shall we go?
Let's do it. In the meantime, again, happy holidays to you and yours.
Aw.
Let's go.
Yes, as we said just before the intro, we are talking about Reddit stories from people who socialize around conventions. The con people who want to get together because this is the time
wild
of year
ones.
when all the socializing happens. So,
The wild ones. The ones that are at con all day and then they want to go get wasted.
shall we start with our
Yes.
first attempt to get together? Here we go.
Let's hear it.
This one is
surprise me.
This one is an "Am I the Arsehole" Reddit story, and they're asking, "Am I the arsehole for
Yes.
hosting an?" This is usually the way. Am I the arsehole for hosting an artist alley party that my professional artist friends say disrespectful to the craft? Let's get into it.
Oh, God.
I, 28 male, am not a professional artist. I'm a hobbyist at best, but most of my social circle does consist of people who make their living doing art in different forms. Lately, all they do is complain. They're burnt out, they hate the grind, and they treat every sketch like it's a high-stakes performance review. And I wanted to throw a party to help them reconnect with just enjoying art. So I made what I thought would be fun, an artist alley party. So, basically, there is a room with a long hallway of artist alley tables. On one side, the alley of tables is a massive spread of finger foods. Think sliders, wings, that sort of thing. And on the other side is a long row of arts supplies. The rules. Basically, we will pick a prompt from a hat. Think random things like cyberpunk frog or Victorian goth picnic. And we're all given a time limit. There's no erasing, no perfecting, and there's absolutely no judgment. And when the timer hits 0, we can move on, grab more food, snacks, and chat, and show each other what we've drawn. I've invited a large group of friends, professional, but also just people who just enjoy drawing, or people who are just part of the friend group. When I pitched this to my core group of friends, the reaction was icy. My friend, who's a freelance illustrator, told me the idea was reductive. She said that as professionals, their time is valuable and they don't want to produce garbage tier work in front of their peers. Another friend said that not allowing time to polish a piece makes the whole exercise pointless because art is about the finished result, not rushing.
That's not.
I argued that they've forgotten that art can just be fun. I told them that if you spend over 40 hours a week worrying about line weight and lighting, then this is just a chance to socialize and enjoy the motion of creating without any weight of an expectation. I held the party anyway. About half the pros showed up, but they mostly stood in the kitchen looking miserable. When a few of my non-artist friends started drawing, and honestly some of their stuff was hilariously bad, but they were just having a blast. My friend, the freelance artist, actually made a comment about how this is why people don't take illustrators seriously. I eventually snapped and told them that if they're so obsessed with quality that they can't enjoy a doodle and a slider with friends, then they're the ones who have a problem, not my party.
Fact.
They left early, and now my group chat is blowing up saying I was condescending about their careers and that I don't understand or respect the pressure they're under. So am I the arsehole for trying to force fun art on people who do it for a living?
No. You are an asshole for bringing burnt out people to do the thing they're burnt out for.
That's true, actually.
Yes, that's a
Yes.
dumb idea of so many levels of dumb. Dumb. You're a dumb. But you can throw this kind of party for people who aren't burnt out, who want to have fun and do an art thing,
Yeah.
but don't invite people who are miserable because they're miserable because they're tired of it.
Yeah.
And you saying, oh, just do it anyway in a fun capacity is not going to make it fun, bro.
I think, I think they have, I see one side of it, which is there's a person who just is wanting people to do this thing that they burnt out from just to enjoy the fun of it. But I feel like it would be the same as like if you had a huge friend group who were all chefs and had the stress of working in a kitchen every night and said, that'll be a fun party. Let's all make food. And I'd be like, I do that all day. I don't want to look at food right now.
Exactly. Fact. This is very much going to go along the same route of that one story we had with the high schoolers, and they had a fan art friend group or something, and then suddenly the fine arts kids decided to have a stick up their ass. In reality, I know all forms of artists.
Yeah.
Because there's artists who were in Artist Alley before and they became game designers. There's people who were in Artist Alley before and they now do their own individual graphic novels, or they're teachers teaching art. So it's, and also I've been around other types of artists because life is diverse. I will say there's a subsection of artists that have a stick up their ass because of what they do. And whether it is rightful or not, it is subject for conversation because, yes, there are part industries where artists are treated like shit. I've had a very interesting conversation at MCM Birmingham a couple of weeks ago about someone who is an Artist Alley, but also has a full-time illustration job, and they are treated like they're not human. But your boss is your boss, and the people you work with are the people you work with, and the people outside of it trying to have fun and enjoy it are not those people, and you projecting that on them is on you being a piss poor person.
Yeah.
Soz. So get new friends and don't throw parties for burnt out people to do the burnt out thing. Keep those parties for the people who are going to enjoy it because they don't have an outlet for their art.
Yeah.
And they want to do it for fun and chill and enjoy your sliders without making condescending comments.
Yeah. I think, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to do a party like this, even if they describe themselves as a hobbyist and that's something they enjoy. I don't necessarily even see an issue personally with inviting these people. But if they said no, then just respect that they don't want to be involved in it because they don't have to be. If they don't want to do that, they don't think this is not how I want to spend my free time, then that's totally valid. I think they're allowed to do that. I think, again, maybe because you kept insisting is why some of them turned up who didn't really want to be there. And I feel like maybe a lot of their comments was more about the fact that they were, like you said, burnt out, and projecting that burnt out onto the people who had nothing to do with it. So maybe just be a little bit more mindful of the people that you're trying to do something good for. It's like, is it actually good for them?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it really?
I think this is a recurring theme with our stories that we read. The intentions generally are always good. For example, the buying gifts in Artist Alley or making a cosplay holiday cosplay theme thing. And this is more or less the same thing. You're making a very good idea, not necessarily for the right people, But your concept is good. You just need to find the right tribe.
Yeah.
And your condescending artist friends who are burnt out and are taking it out on the people around them for trying to do a nice thing. Not the right people for your party.
Yeah, not the right guest list for sure. I did pick out some comments.
Yes.
One person said, "Professional artist here. Your friends have the rot. When you turn your passion into a job, it can be easy to let the joy fade. Because of that, they're projecting their burnout onto you. Maybe be more considerate of what their career is and what they do for a living."
Yeah. I will also say it is important for you to find your people and to find spaces online where you can talk to like-minded people. As soon as there's two people in that space that are depressed or that are not feeling the great and they are talking about it continually, you will notice after a little while that from 2 people, it's moved to 3 people, to 4 people, to 5 people. And suddenly it is just a pit of people just complaining.
Yeah.
It happens in Discord spaces.
Yeah.
It happens in group chats.
Yeah.
It happens in forums, So just be mindful when you need to take a break from a group chat, because sometimes it is better to not be dragged into another person's slump. There is some such thing as being supportive without being around it too much that it affects you. But these group chats are slippery slope, man.
That's true. You can tell that previous comment was from someone who was an artist, and this following one is probably someone who is not a full-time artist.
Yeah.
Because their pure comment was, question, was the food good? Because if there are free wings and I still complain about having to draw a frog, I would be an arsehole. So again, I think it's a very, they're like, free food and drawing. Oh my God, what's so bad about that? But again, it's when we don't realize that it's the same way. That people like myself have office jobs, and the idea of someone saying, "Do you want to do spreadsheets at a party?" I'm like, "Oh no, absolutely not," because I do that all day.
It is important for me to say that at no point am I saying that these artists' feelings are invalid, right? However, the way that they are projecting it onto this person that is going out of their way to try and do something nice for people and organize something, that is wrong. Like you're entitled to your feelings. Just don't take them out on people who don't deserve it.
Exactly. Oh, I agree entirely. I think, person doing the party, be more considerate, and the people who turn up to complain, like,
I feel like you're being very considerate. You just invited the wrong part of your friend group. Invite people who draw for fun. Not try to force your idea of a break to people who are burnt out already.
See, what would be in my opinion, what would be a good thing to do is if there was another common interest with those people that wasn't their work, like maybe they're all into D&D or gaming, or there is another thing that they actually do in their free time, and maybe they haven't had the time to enjoy that because work's been so much.
Make them do the thing that they love.
Create a time that force them. Sometimes you have to, like, because sometimes when you say, "Oh, I'll do the things I love when I have free time," and the reality is you never have free time. So unless you force that free time for yourself to actually chill and unwind, then it doesn't happen.
Facts.
Maybe that would have been a nice idea to actually give them that space by creating it for them. So effectively forcing them to be like, let's do this thing that we all enjoy, and let's not talk about work. Let's not talk about the industry. Let's just do this thing that we all mutually enjoy.
Exactly.
That would have probably been
a better
similar
idea for those people.
Exactly. The same motivation, but a different approach. I think that would have worked out better.
I like that. That's a good shout, Jaber.
We'll move on to our next Reddit story.
Yes,
now.
let's.
This one is about a very eventful dining experience following Comic-Con.
Okay.
This one is in relationship advice. Okay.
Oh, God, I love those.
I, 23 female, met my boyfriend, 24 male, parents for the first time at San Diego Comic-Con. His mum made a really bizarre comment about my mother, and now things are awkward. So let's get into it.
What the Why?
I'm currently writing this from the hotel bathroom because I don't want to wake up my boyfriend, Leo. We're both huge nerds. We've been together for a year, but because his parents live on the West Coast and we live on the East Coast, I hadn't met them yet. But since we were all in San Diego for Comic-Con, we organized a dinner. I was nervous because I was in full cosplay, a character called Jester from Critical Role.
Of course.
So blue face paint, horns and things.
Yeah.
And Leo was in cosplay too, and promised they were cool. We met at a steakhouse, and his parents, Sharon and Dave, is the names they'd been given, were actually really nice about the costumes. We were having a great time until the topic of my parents came up. Sharon asked if my family was creative like I was. I pulled out my phone to show her a picture of my mum from back in the 90s. My mum used to be a set dresser for theatre productions, so I showed Sharon a photo of my mum painting a backdrop. Sharon just stared at the phone. Her face went completely white. She looked at the phone, then looked up at my blue face and then back at the phone. She whispered, "You're Sarah, last name redacted, daughter, ? And I smiled and said, "Yes." Sharon took a long sip of her wine, felt like the whole glass, and muttered mostly to herself, but loud enough for the table to hear, "Wow, I never thought your mother would be the kind to start a family." The table went dead.
What? What? Oh, whoa! Oh my God! Oh my! Hold on. I need a sip.
The table went dead silent. It sounded mean or just incredibly shocked. Leo asked, "Mum, what does that mean?" Sharon, the mother, suddenly looked flushed. She stood up and said, "Nothing, just she was very career focused when I knew her. I have a headache. Dave, can we go back to the hotel?" They left before dessert. Leo is mortified. He says his mum and my mum must have crossed paths decades ago. But he doesn't.
No, Leo. What do you mean? What Sherlock Holmesing are you doing? The fuck?
I texted my mum asking if she knew a Sharon, but she hasn't replied yet. There is a slight time difference where because they're both different ends of the coast. I feel like I walked into a landmine. Does this sound like old beef or judgment? So that was the post, and the comments went crazy for this one.
Oh, there's definitely beef. Please tell me there's updates.
There is an update.
There is an update.
There is
okay. Oh, definitely. They knew each other well. This is. In my head, you wouldn't even want to know what is going on. I'm not sharing that. It is wild. Because that is something that, especially when she said she was very career focused, that is only something you say about a partner, an ex-partner.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
You don't say that about a friend, or my first instinct is, oh, she took her man's.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
But if she said, oh, she was so career focused, that's only something you say about someone who broke your heart. I so want to know. I want to know. It's not going to be as spicy as it is in my head, unfortunately, because this would have been a full-on great romance. The mom is into the other mom, and it's bisexual central, and now everyone's finding each other. Kumbaya. No, let's go. Oh my God, what podcast is this? This is some 18+ queer space now. What? is happening?
What is
Okay,
happening?
tell me.
So comments replied to this post.
Yes.
They said, this is wildly suspicious. Not the kind to start a family is such a specific loaded insult.
It is.
My bet your mum was a wild party girl in NYC and Sharon was the responsible one who judged her, and old grudges die hard. Another person says, is it possible Sharon dated your dad? The timeline works. If they were all in the same area, maybe in the 90s, maybe your mum stole him from her. That would explain why she looked at you, the result of that betrayal, and felt sick.
I love this. I love this. Yes, that is very that. Or Sharon wanted to date your mom.
So another person, no, we really want this to be good.
I really want that.
Another person says, as a fellow Critical Role cosplayer, props on the jester paint. That stuff is a nightmare to get off. Honestly, though, Sharon was rude. Even if she had beef with your mum like 25 years ago, you don't have to take it out on the kid at a nice dinner. Leo needs to handle his mother.
Oh. Oh, gross. It's wild. Firstly, obviously, the mom is obviously shockingly embarrassing, right? If that was my mom, I'd be like, what the ew.
Yeah.
What?
You
What?
My God, ew, David.
One last comment I picked out was, I'm going against the grain here. Sharon's reaction seemed like genuine shock, but not just malice. Like an I need air, a physical reaction to a massive realization. I don't think this is just her being a mean girl. I think she knows something. Please update us.
Okay, so if you think about it, right? Do you remember people you hung out with 25 years ago?
I wouldn't know. I'm 25.
Shut the fuck up. You old bag.
I don't think I don't think.
But who cares? I don't even care about the people I hung out with 10 years ago. I do not listen to that. I did not say that. No, I'm like, if, let's say, I had beef with someone 25 years ago. Let's say I had beef with someone 10 years ago, right? And now all of a sudden their child speaks to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh, that was your mom. Unless I really, really was invested and cared about that person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's bizarre. What a weird coincidence. I'm sure that your mom won't be very impressed that you're talking to me, probably, but cool. So weird. I so need to know. Tell me.
We have an update.
Tell me the update.
We have an update. So they posted again in the same thread and said it's been a month since the disastrous Comic-Con dinner.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay, but it took this long to get to the truth. After we got back from San Diego, things were weird. Leo's mum basically ghosted us. She wouldn't take Leo's calls. My own mother, Sarah, claimed she vaguely remembered a Sharon, but dismissed it as just an old acquaintance she fell out of touch with.
Lies.
Last weekend, Leo flew back to San Diego for his dad's birthday. He cornered his mum, and demanded to know why she was so rude to me and what she meant by this "I never thought your mother would be the kind to start a family" comment.
Yeah.
Sharon finally broke down and told him. She and my mum were roommates in New York for 3 years. They were the best of friends.
Mm-hmm. Lovers.
Sharon told Leo that the reason she was so shocked to see me, and specifically to see me as Sarah's daughter, is because of a medical history I didn't know about. According to Sharon, my mother couldn't have kids. Sharon was there. She drove her to appointments. She knows what she saw. So when Sharon saw me, a 23-year-old claiming to be Sarah's daughter, and then she heard me talk about getting my height from my mum, her brain short-circuited. She implied that my mother wasn't the kind to start a family because, as far as she was aware, my mother physically could not start a family in the traditional sense. Sharon thinks I'm being lied to, and I'm sitting here staring at the wall. Now I'm looking at baby photos and realizing there are no photos of my mum pregnant. There are photos of me as a newborn, but none of her with the bump.
Oh! Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed.
I really wanted them to be that.
I really wanted them to be lovers.
Yeah.
But, whoa. Okay.
That escalated.
That went very different than...
The idea of
I don't
being
even
that-
know what to say.
The idea of being in that room, especially as the boyfriend, like, and then realizing you have to pass on this information, being like, when I said, like, she doesn't seem the type, what I actually meant was, I don't think it's possible. Like, that is, like, duh. Like, what
Oh
do
my
you
god.
do?
Oh my god. Is there another update?
We do have comments to this
Yes.
one, which is I gasped. I literally audibly gasped at my desk. I came here expecting my boyfriend's mum is a jealous witch, and instead I got medical mystery thriller. This is wilder than a soap opera. Sharon wasn't throwing shade. She was doing biological math. Another person.
This is the best story we've ever had. Oh my god. I'm so invested, even though it has nothing to do with our podcast, except for a jester costume.
Another person commented, eating popcorn furiously. This is the plot twist I didn't know I needed today. Also, can we talk about the odds? You meeting the one woman in the world who witnessed your mother's medal history at a Comic-Con while dressed as a blue tiefling? The universe is screaming at you, girl.
Honestly, if I were the mom, the other mom, I'd be like, what the universe? What the entire... There's so many men. Why did my daughter... Oh, girl.
I completely forgot.
Also, for the mom, not to reach out to the other mom and be like, shut the
Literally. I completely forgot until reading that comment that that whole exchange, she's in full like blue cosplay. That is the wildest way to hear what's unraveling right now. It's crazy.
I mean, hopefully she didn't spend a month in the cosplay.
hopefully
Like,
she
still blue.
she's still blue, just like smeared. and, like, we have a final update.
Yes!
There is another
Oh!
update. There is another
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Let's just get into it. I don't even know how to type this. I went to my parents' house on Saturday, and I didn't beat around the bush. I sat down and told them exactly what Sharon said, that she knows. Here's the truth. I'm adopted.
Baby. I mean, we knew at this point, but babe.
They moved states shortly after I was born to start fresh and just never told anyone. They put their names on the amended birth certificate, which is apparently a thing you can do. And they told me they always planned to tell me, but as years went by, they got scared and they're afraid I would feel othered or that I would want to find my birth family and leave them. They got comfortable in the lie of it all. The irony is...
That's a lie.
It isn't a lie. The irony is, if Leo and I hadn't gone to this specific Comic-Con, and if I hadn't shown that specific photo to Sharon, I might have gone my whole life never knowing. I texted Leo and told him to tell his mum, thank you. It was a very awkward way to find out, still picturing her in the cosplay, and her comment at dinner stung, but she gave me the truth. So Reddit, I guess I'm not just a cosplayer anymore. I'm a detective looking for my mum. Wish me luck.
Aw. No. What? Oh, that I don't like the way that ended. I feel I don't want to get into that whole now. But by whole, I will explain that before I moved to Malta for like 20 something years that I can't math.
We're not doing biological.
No,
math today.
actually, I was 30 something years. My best friend growing up was adopted.
Yeah.
He found out when he was 8, 9,
Yeah.
His parents had that conversation. So I very vividly remember growing up with a friend who that was like the entirety of a lot of conversations. He didn't often get on well with his parents sometimes.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of conversation about, finding your biological parents and so on.
Yeah.
And no, he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I mean, they left for a reason, right? I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
I don't need to burden myself with that. And this is a conversation that I had even in the very last year that I was there. So he hadn't changed his mind. So in my head, everyone thinks like my friend Andre from home, right? Which they don't.
No, it's true.
But this went from juicy to this is an entire new different. Your life will never be the same.
No, it won't. Your life will change forever. But I mean, the one thing I take away from this is obviously there's a shock in this last update, but there isn't any overly malice comment towards the parents, so I'm sure she does know that
Wild.
They're her real parents.
Wild. Also, it is so funny to say, if I didn't go to that specific Comic-Con. No, girl. If you didn't bag that man's.
Oh, yeah.
Because at some point, those two parents were going to meet.
I know that was the first meeting, but like, unless you had some very temporary plans. Right?
If this went well, parents are going to meet at some point or another, and there is going to be a conversation, and there is going to be an awkward moment. And if the parents met face to face for the first time, that would have been worse.
Yes. Oh, can you imagine? Honestly, that would have been juicy though. Like,
and you'd be like, for us, it would have been great. For you, sad.
Yeah. Sharon, is that you? Oh my God.
What do you mean you have a child? Liar. Wine. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giggling at your very tragic way of finding out information about yourself.
I mean, I think that there could be worse ways to find out. I think at least you have a story that's definitely memorable enough that you wanted to share it online. So there's something to take away from that.
Honestly, you're amazing. I feel like this person is amazing, and I don't even know you from Adam. But this was such a juicy roller coaster
really
story.
was.
I'm so happy you found it.
Again,
even though it has nothing to do with our podcast.
Met at Comic-Con.
They did.
Yeah.
It did.
It was too juicy to pass. There were some comments I enjoyed, which was, it sounds like you're not too hard on your parents. They may have made a mistake, but it sounds like they did it out of fear, but mostly love. They raised you. They are your parents.
Yeah.
But you do have every right to find your bio mum. Also, Sharon deserves a fruit basket. She blew up your life, but she saved you from living a lie forever. So it's like, maybe not fruit basket.
I don't understand where the lie is.
There isn't a lie. That's not what...
Why do people keep saying it's a lie? I mean...
It's not. It just isn't.
It isn't, right?
Factually isn't.
Like, parents are the people who nurtured you, not the people who...
Exactly. Like, it's fair to say yes.
Nothing that I was going to say there was going to be PG. Literally nothing. So
yes.
I'm going to pass on continuing.
Another comment
yes.
is it's wild to think that a chance meeting at a Comic-Con solved a 23-year-old's family secret. The universe works in mysterious ways. Good luck, Detective Jester. And one last comment I picked out, which is, this is the craziest update I've read on this sub in years. From rude dinner guest to secret adoption. Write a book, seriously.
Yeah.
It's so funny because people do always have that fear of like, meeting the partner's parents for the first time. And I think...
Can't get any more wild than this.
Whatever nerves you had could not predict how that panned out.
That's it. Whenever you're meeting someone's parents, think back. It can't be as bad as that, surely.
It can't be the time I found
out. And if it is,
adopted.
then go on Reddit. Go on Reddit and let us know.
Exactly.
Wild. I genuinely wish them all the best in
Absolutely.
if they manage to find a parent. I hope that goes well, because that is a whole thing. That is a thing that can go very wrong and very right and very strange. But please, do not think any less of the people who raised you, because they raised you.
And just random shout out to Leo, the partner, because he did actually confront his mother about
Go
to
Leo,
my girlfriend like that.
Hell yes.
So he wasn't going to let it lie. He was like, no, mum, why would you do her like that?
And then having the guts to tell her partner, "Hey, actually, you're adopted." Leo MVP.
Leo,
wow,
mate, you are a solid.
Oh my goodness, there's so many heroes in this one story. This is literally the opposite of "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah, this is. See.
God. Also, poor Sharon. She was villainized
Yeah.
And honestly, if firstly, I'm sorry. My deduction was very wrong. Which rarely happens. I'm always right. But sometimes when I'm wrong, I'm really wrong. But Sharon could have handled that moment better.
She had a gut reaction to say something like that, and then tried to backpedal with the because she was very career focused. Let's go, just run.
Yeah,
and so
so she deceived me.
Yeah, so she tricked us all.
She tricked me. Sharon.
Shall we move on to
I don't know.
the last story?
No, this was too good. That is too good.
We are delving into the final one.
Is it good? Is it juicy?
It's not. We'll read it and find out, shall we?
Oh, why didn't you leave the juicy one for the end?
Compare to that.
Fuck.
This one is from the same Reddit though. Relationship advice.
Okay.
So. This is
we offered no advice.
No,
we were just like woes.
Yeah, just gasping, gay gasp. This one is about this written from 25 female and her girlfriend 27 female.
Okay.
Who's trying to talk her out of going to a Sailor Moon party, and it's causing a huge rift. Okay. I'm feeling a bit confused. For context, I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. She's wonderful, but definitely not the nerdy type. She doesn't really get the anime, and she's definitely never cosplayed in her life. I, however, have been a Sailor Moon fan since I was 5. There is a huge themed party happening in 2 weeks. I've been planning my outfit for ages. I want to go as Sailor Neptune. I have a wig, deep sea mirror prop, and the perfect teal dress. The problem is the girlfriend. Every time I bring it up, she shuts the idea down. She's been saying things like, "It's going to be so overpriced for what it is." And the music at these themed events can be really terrible. Yesterday, it came to a head. I told her I was buying my ticket, and she actually sighed and said, "Honestly, don't bother. It's just going to be a letdown. Why don't we just stay in or go for a nice dinner that night so we can have way more fun together, just the two of us?" I told her that it is important to me, and she just got very dismissive. And she said, "It's just going to be a bunch of people in costumes, babe. Why don't we just skip it this one time?" I'm so upset.
There's something up.
She's never been this too cool for school before. It feels like she's judging my hobby and trying to stop me from going to something I've looked forward to because she thinks it's overpriced. I feel like she's being a buzzkill, and I don't know why she's being so stubborn about me staying at home with her instead. Am I being dramatic for being mad that she's trying to talk me out of my favorite thing? That's the post.
I'm so confused. Is there updates to this?
There is an update to this.
Okay. There is definitely something up.
That's what I keep saying.
I don't know what voice is. What is happening? I don't understand. I genuinely, I don't. What?
It's a weird one because Regina says just let her go to the party. chill. But like there's definitely a ulterior motive or reason why she doesn't want her to go.
Oh, definitely,
to this party. Yeah. Like, I don't know if she thinks there's going to be someone there that she didn't want her to meet.
Yeah.
Or
definitely
something like that.
Definitely, there's definitely something up. That said, if you want to do something and your partner doesn't want to, unless there is a very valid reason why they don't want you to go and they are open and honest about it, never push it, because it is what it is. They have their own autonomy as human being, their own agency, blah, blah, blah. Just say, cool, I'm going to ask someone else. And if they keep repeating it, then kick them to the curb. No, then just be like, be honest. It's very obvious you're hiding something, and it's sus, and it's making you look like a dickhead. So just be honest about it. What do the comments say?
So some people say in the comments, girl, put on that Neptune outfit and go. You spent
Hell
money on
yes.
custom cosplay.
Best
If she
character.
doesn't want to go, she can stay home. But forbidding you, or strongly implying you shouldn't go, is weird. Neptune deserves better.
She does.
Another person said the we can have fun together instead is a weird one. If she's isolating you from your hobbies. Today it's a Sailor Moon party. Tomorrow it's your best friend's wedding. It's like, hopefully the girlfriend isn't that controlling.
It is a bit wild.
Another comment says, the irony of her acting like a villain right before a Sailor Moon event is not lost to me. Just buy the ticket. If the relationship is solid, it can handle you going to a party for a few hours.
Yeah.
Which I would agree. And I think, just if you really want to go, then
Just go. Again, you're an adult. Just do your own thing. Relationships aren't about permission.
Yeah. So, an update.
Yes.
2 weeks later.
Okay. Is the party over?
The party has passed.
Party's over. Please cut that out.
So, the night of the party arrived.
Yeah.
I was still pretty grumpy, Sarah, the partner.
Yeah.
But she asked me if I would humour her and put on my Sailor Neptune costume anyway for a private dinner.
She's going to ruin the costume.
I thought it was a weird request since she'd been dismissing me going to this party where I'd wear the costume, but I did. I put on the dress, the wig, and the makeup. She told me she had a surprise and blindfolded me. I thought we were just going to a restaurant. She drove me for about 20 minutes and led me out of the car. Then I stayed with, basically there was a person there who took her for a bit, and said to wait. When we eventually took the blindfold off, indeed we weren't at the restaurant. We were at a private pier overlooking water. It was decorated with lilies and glowing lanterns. And then I looked at Sarah. This girl, who has never cosplayed, who I thought hated anime, who told me costumes weren't, was dressed as Sailor Uranus.
Yeah.
She looked breathtaking. She had the short blonde hair, the boots, the gloves, everything. For those who don't know, Neptune and Uranus are an iconic couple of the series.
Best characters ever.
They are literally soulmates. She had a speaker playing this beautiful version of Eternal Entity.
Mm-hmm.
She took my hand and said, "I'm sorry I had to be a buzzkill, but I knew if you went to that party, I wouldn't be able to give you the moment you deserved, and I've been planning. I didn't want to share you with the crowd tonight." She told me that just like Neptune and Uranus, she would find me in every lifetime. Mm-hmm. Then she reached into her glove, pulled out a ring box, and got on one knee. The ring is a stuffing teal sapphire with gold detailing on the sides.
Okay.
It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. She asked me, would I marry her? I was crying so hard I could barely squeak out yes. She did all of this, the research, the costume, the fittings, the location scouting, for me, despite it being totally out of her comfort zone. She wanted us to be Neptune and Uranus in our own private world for one night. I'm marrying my world-shaking partner.
But
I've
not
never
the
been
party.
happier.
Like anything but going to that party. This is still, I would have said no. Just saying. It's so dumb.
That's the update. She got engaged. That's why she didn't want her to go to the party, because she had planned this before the party.
No, this is wild and silly. Proposals can happen anywhere, in any time.
But what if she, like I said, if it sounds like she had pre-planned all of this, which probably involved booking things and maybe hiring out the space if it was private.
I'm very confused. It sounds like even the party had been pre-planned for a very long time. It would have been cooler if you proposed around a bunch of people dressed up as Sailor Moon. Much cooler.
That would have been very cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
And also everyone would have been like so supportive because it's Neptune and Uranus.
Yeah.
Instead, you're like, oh, it needs to be just us. It's kind of weird to me. But it's me as a person. It's very strange. Very, very strange. And also you could have had the dinner after or before and been like, oh, let's go to a lovely dinner and, you know, and surprise, I'm dressed up. It's so weird. Very possessive.
Couples can be weird.
Couples are very obsessive and possessive. It's very strange to me. I just don't understand it. So if I had my apprehension, right? Okay. I'm going to, you know who Sailor Neptune and Uranus are now. So I can give you this analogy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say I would have reacted the way this mature person did and went with, no, you can't go to this party that you obviously care about a lot. And I am very being uncharacteristically weird about it. Right? I would have said, okay, it's not really my thing. I'm not going, but I'm happy to take you. Right? And just keep me updated with how it goes. I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
You go dress as Sailor Neptune.
Yeah.
I drive to the closest location that I can get changed.
Yeah.
Change. Show up at the party. Woo the out of you.
Yeah.
You're like Sailor Neptune losing her and be like, after a little dance to the very iconic transformation music from Sailor Neptune, if you know, you know, just get down on one knee and everyone's screaming and they're singing Fighting Evil by Moonlight.
That is the way to do it.
That's it. And I wouldn't have put a damper on the proposal day.
Yeah,
because now the entire story of this proposal day is, I really wanted to go to a party and you stopped me and made it weird for weeks.
Yes. I feel like the stress of wanting the proposal to go ahead got in the way.
Girl,
it did.
Fuck.
I also felt like if you weren't going to do it, think of doing it at the event, which I think would have been a hype as fuck. Why couldn't you have not done the proposal before the party and then gone to the party together?
Exactly.
And then celebrate that you just got engaged with all these other Sailor Moon
It's
fans.
weird. It's weird. This I don't want you to go to this party bit is so strange, especially when you're trying to do something good.
Yeah.
But you've essentially put an engagement ring in a turd. So you're trying to give a very beautiful, beautiful thing, and you caked it in a situation, and then you're like, ring. No. It's not for me.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of person I'd be around. But
Congrats.
I'm sure they're actually lovely people, and they just got in their head that all their plans are going to be ruined. They didn't know how to react, and they went in tilt, and then this is the best that they could do, which
it's a reaction people seem to have when they their gut reaction is just to act a bit weird, like to be like, no, you can't go, or oh, you don't know the type to start a family, like these weird things people suddenly do to get out of something. To get out of something. Yeah.
I don't. No, girl, no.
Someone commented saying, I take back everything I said in the first post. This is literally such a romantic thing I've read on this godforsaken app. The fact that she went as Uranus to a Neptune, my heart is a puddle. So some people got quite...
Oh, that's a
swept
lovely
up in it.
thing. As soon as you said that she absented herself, I'm like, oh, she's dressing up as Uranus. Cool. Like, oh,
Yeah,
yes.
the fact that you're like, don't go to the party, but can you still wear your outfit? I was
Oh,
instantly
first
sus.
reaction is like, oh, she's going to make sure she ruins her costume. So she definitely doesn't.
So when I first read this, my reaction was, oh, she is going to take her to the party? That's a weird move. It wasn't that. So it's like, maybe she's going to like, surprise, you can go. And I'd be like, that's insane. What are you doing?
It's all insane. It's insane as it is. I don't know why people are not seeing the insanity in this. Mostly because, the end result is getting married. That's what Beast said to Beauty.
Someone did also comment saying, actually similar thought to me, which was that this was such a romantic proposal, and I am eating my words from the original post. However, why not do it before the party and celebrate together?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why not do that?
It's strange.
And one more comment, which was, I'm currently looking at my boyfriend who won't even watch a 20-minute episode of anything with me and sighing. So well done. Congratulations on the engagement.
Hold the phone. My people, my nerdy friends, are you really that starved for actual romance that you see someone toxic on and think, oh, I want that?
Why can't that be me? Why can't
Why
I be?
can't
Why
it be
can't I be
me?
told I can't go to things?
Why can't I be gaslit into thinking I shouldn't be going to something I want to, and then be proposed that in a weird way?
They could have, like you said, done it at the party. They could have done it before the party and taken it to the party. If they genuinely didn't want them to be at the party, they could have said, "Oh,
That's
but I've
literally
actually-"
what this is. They don't want them to go to that party. It has nothing to do with the fucking proposal.
But then also, even if they just want to go to the party, why not just say something? I don't know, like, but babe, I actually booked something already for us. Like, I booked us for a dinner, and like, I don't know, not taking the approach of, you'll have a really crap time, you shouldn't go. Like that.
It's just so toxic.
so
Everything about the
weird.
situation is toxic. And then engage. No. Bye. No. Ugh. That's gross. This is a weird situation.
They seem happy, but judging from the post, so I guess that's something. But yeah, wouldn't
They
be for
seem
me.
suspicious. Because she's like, I
Suspicious
don't.
is Sharon, the mum. She is suspicious.
Sharon isn't suspicious. Sharon is shocked.
She literally went into trauma response.
It's like, yeah, chug the wine.
David,
Probably
let's go.
grabbed it by the stem and just went down for it. Yeah, no, I don't. These were all three of them
Wild.
wild. I usually have a lot to say about everything,
Just constant shock. That's why.
as you know. But this was a shocking episode.
Shocking episode.
From weird high and mighty horses in the art scene, which there's so many people like this. It's crazy. You're all tiring. Just so you know, we are in the same industry as you, and we are tired of your behavior. I'm more tired about other people being up their ass about the art community than I am tired of people who put us down, which says so much.
Yeah, that's very true.
Exhausting. Sharon and her journey to out her friend as not being able to have kids was wild. Wild. May you have a great adventure finding the coolest parents that accept you and are actual nerds as well.
Yeah.
And you can cosplay with them. I don't know.
And shout out to
I don't
Leo
know.
as well.
Yes. Leo, MVP.
Yeah.
And may Neptune find happiness in a very weird Uranus.
So that was our Reddit story.
That is it.
That
is
was
it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays.
Yes. Have a great week, everyone. And if you are having any social gatherings along the festive period and maybe towards New Year's, hopefully they're not as adventurous as the ones we read today. Hopefully they're a bit more chill, a bit more fun and less family dramatic.
I hope you have a happy holiday. I hope you're having rest.
Yes.
Especially if you are a con person or a cosplayer, please take some time to rest and to have a break from the creative process.
Yeah.
This is the right time to combat that burnout. Do not push yourself into thinking it's the quiet time of the year. I'm going to do all the things because I have a busy year ahead. Allow yourself rest. You will feel better for it. Trust.
Please do.
In the meantime, if you have a wild story, throw it to Reddit. We'll find them.
Reddit. And oh my goodness, if you learned anything tonight, is if you have a story, post update. Updates are important. Updates are important. Those last two stories would have been nothing without an update. So thank you for joining us on the ride and have the happiest of holidays.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you to our Patreon dedicated members, Kit and Wolfburn. To join our Patreon family, visit patreon.com/theconcreatives. To find out more about the podcast and what we are up to, visit our socials at The Con Creatives or our website, theconcreatives.com.